Of complaints, the Fulton County Board of Assessors has decided to move forward with a controversial property tax hike. 11 Alive News was the first media outlet to report on the property assessments going up dramatically for a majority of Fulton County homeowners, in some cases by 300%. That means thousands of dollars more in taxes for some homeowners. Their only recourse now is to file an appeal. The deadline, July 10th. And while thousands of Fulton County homeowners could see their property taxes more than double, the 11 Alive investigators uncovered commercial properties often get big tax breaks. As 11 Alive investigator Andy Parati explains, the incentives are approved by an organization difficult to hold accountable.
This one's a Brandywine.
Walk through Jennifer Teeter's garden and you'll see plenty of fresh produce in her front yard.
These are chocolate cherry tomato.
But the Atlanta homeowner says something rotten is happening to her and her neighbors.
So this is my Fulton County tax assessor notice.
According to the county assessor's office, her home value increased 27% this year, from $164,000 to $209,000. Teeter expects she'll likely pay nearly $1,000 more in property taxes.
It has never increased at this level. I was completely unprepared.
While Teeter and thousands of Fulton County homeowners' property taxes will likely increase this year, an 11 Alive investigation uncovered dozens of commercial properties receiving big tax breaks. Like this Walmart distribution center in South Fulton. Its assessed value is $59 million, but records show the county cut its taxable value in half, lowering it to $32 million. Also on the list, this Container Store in Alpharetta. Its assessment got a 50% discount, lowering its taxable value from $5 to $2.5 million, significantly lowering its property taxes.
They sell boxes and that's great, but they're not bringing a lot of economic prosperity to an area. I don't understand why they would get a tax break.
We found plenty of luxury high-rise apartments getting tax breaks too. That includes the Post Alexander in Buckhead. Its assessed value is $96 million. After the county's 55% tax break, it'll only be taxed on $53 million. Apartments here go for as high as $4,000 a month. In all, 98 commercial properties received assessment tax breaks, totaling $1.5 billion. That equals at least $22 million in property taxes that would have gone to Fulton County and other taxing entities.
Oh, okay. Great. Why?
Here's the answer. The Development Authority of Fulton County granted most of the tax breaks. It's a 9-member board appointed by county commissioners, which approve incentives to compel companies to move to the county, invest, and create jobs.
What the law doesn't
Mike Bell is one of those board members. Walmart, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. Do they really need a tax subsidy?
I would say no.
Bell thinks there's value in providing tax incentives to help companies invest in Fulton, especially in underdeveloped eyesores. But he doesn't think high-traffic areas like Buckhead and Midtown need help. Bell is one of the few members who occasionally votes against incentives.
I do believe that based on the level of abatements that have been given over previous years, a higher standard should be applied.
So more scrutiny in your opinion?
I would think so.
Fulton County Commissioner Lee Morris. They're not elected positions, so who holds them accountable?
Well, that's a great question. Perhaps we ought to have the power to set forth some principles for our development authority to use, like don't do it unless the development would not occur without it.
Property taxes growing for thousands of homeowners.
And I've already seen people have to leave this neighborhood.
While dozens of corporations get tax breaks from a development authority no one voted for. The Development Authority says incentives do work. Over the past 10 years, it claims it's attracted projects worth $5 billion, totaling 30,000 jobs. Nearly every county in the state provides some kind of incentive for new development, which means they all compete for the same investment, for better or for worse, for the rest of us paying all of our property taxes. For the 11 Alive investigators, I'm Andy Parati.